Hey guys, welcome to the Texas Department of Insurance application for individual agent license. In this video, we're going to walk through how to fill out the application for an individual adjuster. Before we get started, it's important to note that if you are a resident of a licensing state and do not hold your resident state license, you will get rejected by the state of Texas. They are no longer accepting non-resident applicants from licensing states who do not hold their resident state license. Okay, let's get started. Part 1, to be completed by all individual applicants. Applicants must choose one license type. If you are a resident of Texas, you're going to want to check adjuster all lines or adjuster property casualty depending on the course that you took with us. If you are a resident of a non-licensing state, you're going to want to designate Texas as your home state. Adjuster all lines designated home state or adjuster PNC designated home state. The application fee is $50. You're going to want to write a check to the Texas Department of Insurance for that amount. Applicant information. Please read carefully and provide all requested information. Applicant's legal name, applicant's social security number, date of birth, daytime phone number, mailing address. This is the address on record with the Texas Department of Insurance. Legal resident address. This is the address where you live and should be the address on your driver's license. So if you're a resident of Texas, this must be a Texas address. Let's go to 2 of 13. Number 5, official business address. This must be your primary office where you will maintain business records. And number 6, applicant's email address. Moving on, applicants will not be processed until proper documentation or details are received and a review is completed. So this is just going to be background information that they're going to ask you. We do recommend that if you click yes for any of these questions coming up, that you do provide them with all the documentation that they're requesting. If you do not provide the documentation they're requesting, there is a good chance that you will get rejected. Let's continue on to 3 of 13. Number 14 will be the last number that you'll fill out on this page for the background information. Part 2, adjuster trainees, and emergency adjusters. All we need to fill out is the adjusters portion. Adjuster trainees and emergency adjusters section does not need to be filled out. So number 1, adjuster applicants. You're going to want to put your name in this blank. Number 2, I have qualified for an adjuster's license selected on page 1 and have. There's three options there. The first option, attached a course certificate of completion certifying that within 12 months I completed a Texas Adjuster pre-licensing education program and passed its examination. That is what you're going to want to check if you have gone through our live or online course. On to page 4 of 13. Number 3, this is very important. Non-resident adjuster designated home state Texas applicants only. So this is referring to those individuals who are residents of non-licensing states. You're also going to want to check, just like number 2, attached a course certificate of completion certifying that within the last 12 months I've completed a certified adjuster pre-licensing education program and passed an examination. Along with number 3, I understand that by designating Texas as the home state, I am subject to Texas licensing qualification examination and compliance with Texas adjuster continuing education and fingerprinting requirements. We'll get into that specifically a little bit later on in the application, but if you are a resident of a non-licensing state, you want to check this box, and you also want to check yes. Number 4, adjuster trainee registration. We don't need to fill that out. Number 5, emergency adjuster. We do not need to fill that out. Number 6, we do not need to fill that out. So let's move on to page 5 of 13. Part 3, public insurance adjusters only. Again, this does not refer to us. So we can move past that to 6 of 13. Surplus line agents only, again, does not refer to us, so we can move forward. Part 6, notice of appointment, again, this does not refer to us, so we can move forward. Eight of 13 does not refer to us, again. Okay, 9 of 13, this does refer to us, so let's take a look at this. Background information and fingerprinting. So this is really important. Number 1, I am a resident of Texas. That's pretty self-explanatory. If you're a resident of Texas and have gone through our course, you're going to want to check number A. I have attached a copy of my fingerprint receipt from Indentigo or MorphoTrust or Pearson VUE, evidencing that my fingerprints have been submitted to the Texas Department of Public Safety. It's going to go into how to get those fingerprints here shortly, okay, but let's just move forward on to number 2. I am a non-resident of Texas, and I have met the background information requirements as followed. So number 2 is specifically for those individuals who do hold their resident state license that is outside of Texas. Okay, if you hold a resident license outside of Texas, it gives you 5 options here on how you can either forego or get your background check, fingerprinting, letter of good standing. You can go through Indentigo again. There's a few different options there. Number 3, I am a non-resident of Texas applying for a designated home state adjuster's license. So this is where it gets a little tricky, okay? Because you are designating Texas as your home state, Texas requires that you follow the same exact requirements that Texas residents have to complete the fingerprinting process. So because of that, just like a resident would, you want to check A. I have attached a copy of my fingerprint receipt from Indentigo by MorphoTrust or Pearson VUE, evidencing that my fingerprints have been submitted to the Texas Department of Public Safety. Okay, again, we're going to go see page 12 here in a minute to look at exactly how that needs to be done. Moving on to 10 of 13, this does need to be filled out and notarized by all applicants. Number 11, general information. This is a really good page to just review if you have any questions about home state license, fees, expiration. Okay, moving on to page 12, general information continued. Again, this is just really good information to review. Make sure you understand the application. And page 13, this is what's going to explain the fingerprinting process, okay? All residents of Texas need to follow electronic fingerprinting, okay? So the first 4 steps here, you're going to want to follow step by step. First, you need to print and complete a FastPass form from the TDI's website that you can find here. You can also find that on our website too. You need to schedule an appointment. You arrive at your appointment with your FastPass card. They're going to send that electronically, and you need to make sure that you get a receipt from them when you go to that appointment. Once you get that receipt and you're ready to send in your application, you have to attach that receipt to your application. That's going to speed up your submission and acceptance process. Okay? Now, those individuals who are designating Texas as their home state need to follow exception to electronic fingerprinting. Okay? Again, It's the same process as a resident would need to follow. However, they're aware that the locations for Indentigo are not nationwide. Okay, so this is the process that you need to follow if you don't live in a state with Indentigo locations. Print a fast fingerprint card scan authorization form, again found at the TDI website. It's also found on our website. Go to your local law enforcement agency with that card, get your fingerprints done, make a check of $41.45 of it payable to Morpho Trust. Send that fingerprint card to Morpho Trust, Texas Card Scan Processing at this address. Wait for a receipt. They're going to send you a receipt in the mail that, again, you're going to have to attach to your application. Once that's done, you have the receipt, you're able to send the application in. So let's just review quickly. Let's go back up to the top. The things you need to submit with your application. The application itself, your completion certificate that you received from us either online or in a live class, an application fee of $50, and either your criminal background check if you're a non-resident who holds their resident state license, or your fingerprinting receipt from Morpho Trust if you are a resident of Texas or if you are designating Texas as your home state. We hope this was valuable information. Good luck in your adjusting career.